Don't look at the billboard after midnight, it's not advertising anymore. There's a stretch of highway between Grey Wind and Birch Falls that truckers call the Blind Mile. If you drive it during the day, it looks ordinary, just another forgotten road in the middle of nowhere, lined with overgrown fields and the occasional abandoned shed. But if you're out there after midnight, there's something wrong. It begins with a billboard. The billboard stands on the left side of the road, just past mile marker 201. It used to advertise soda, years ago, maybe longer. Now it's blank during the day, nothing but a sun-bleached metal skeleton. But after midnight, the billboard lights up, even though there's no visible power source. It glows with a soft, white light, and the images on it change. They don't sell you anything. They don't ask you to call a number or visit a website. They show faces. Sometimes they're smiling. Sometimes they're screaming. And sometimes, they're watching you. I saw it for the first time when I was driving back from a late shift at a gas station 2 towns over. It was 12:38 a.m. I know because I had just looked at the dashboard clock. That's when I saw the billboard flash on in the corner of my eye. My headlights didn't reach it, but the billboard was glowing on its own. And I swear to God, it had my face on it, my own eyes staring down at me, mouth moving in silent horror. I slammed on the brakes. I don't know why. Instinct, maybe. I just stared, unable to look away. The face on the billboard started changing, first bleeding from the eyes, then grinning with way too many teeth, then no mouth at all. My chest tightened. It felt like someone was standing right behind me, breathing against the back of my neck. I didn't dare look in the rearview mirror. Not then. Not after what I saw on that sign. Eventually, the light flickered and went out. I drove away fast, but my car made a strange whining noise all the way home, like it had picked something up. Something heavy. When I parked and got out, there were handprints on the inside of my back window. From the inside. I'm not the only one. Locals whisper about it, the midnight billboard. People who stop to stare don't always come back. Or if they do, they come back different. They speak in weird cadences. They avoid eye contact. Some just go silent and never speak again. One guy I knew, a mechanic named Ellis, pulled over to check it out and now only sleeps during the day. At night, he just sits on his porch and stares into the dark, like he's waiting for something to return. They say the billboard is a signal. A kind of invitation, or a trap. It shows you things, alternate versions of yourself, glimpses of your last breath, or memories that don't belong to you. Some claim it's alive. Others think it's a portal. Whatever it is, it knows you. And it's hunting familiarity. Rules to survive the billboard after midnight. Candle emoji. 1. If you see the billboard light up after midnight, don't look directly at it. Look at the ground. Keep driving. 2. Never stop your car on the blind mile, even if it breaks down. Keep moving. Crawl if you have to. 3. If the billboard shows your face, do not make eye contact. It's not your reflection. 4. If you hear your name whispered while passing the billboard, do not respond. It isn't your voice. 5. If your radio turns on by itself and plays static or voices, turn it off immediately. Then break it. 6. Check your rearview mirror only once. If you see anything in the backseat that wasn't there before, don't acknowledge it. 7. Never talk about the billboard in front of reflective surfaces. It listens. 8. If you dream about the billboard after seeing it, never return to that stretch of road. It means it remembers you. 9. Burn any photographs or videos that show the billboard after dark. They are not safe to keep. 10. If you pass the billboard and it's completely blank, even at midnight, you're already being watched. Don't go home. The worst part is, once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. It shows up in the corner of your eye, even when you're nowhere near the road. I've seen it in my bathroom mirror. I've seen it on my phone screen when it was off. I've heard it humming behind my closed closet door. I haven't slept in 3 nights. I've driven miles in every direction, but it still finds me. I saw the billboard again last night. And this time, it waved at me. If you find yourself near mile marker 201 after midnight, remember this. Don't look up. Don't slow down. And for the love of all that's still human in you, never let it recognize your face. It has been 6 nights since I passed that cursed intersection, the one with no signs, no lights, no name, just a concrete turnoff that appeared on my usual route home. I never remembered it being there before. That night, curiosity got the better of me. I turned. I drove down a silent road shrouded in fog so thick it ate my headlights, and I swear the sky above it was darker than night should ever be. Since then, I haven't known peace. Haven't slept more than an hour without jerking awake in sweat, hearing the sound of something scraping, slow, patient, against the side of my house. It always stops before I reach the window. But it's closer each time. The first thing I noticed after that night was the change in the air, how it felt wrong, heavy. Then came the calls. A blocked number. Silent voicemails that stretched for exactly 43 seconds. I listened to one. Just once. It wasn't silence. It was breathing. Not like a man or animal. It was like something practicing the rhythm of human lungs, badly. Too slow. Too wet. I dropped the phone. Smashed it. Burned the SIM. But it didn't matter. The sound kept coming, even with the phone gone. In the pipes. In the walls. In my head. I stopped answering. Stopped sleeping. 3 days ago, I woke to find fingerprints on my bathroom mirror. Long ones. Far longer than any hand should be. I live alone. I don't own gloves. There were 6 of them. 2 nights ago, my cat vanished. I found a trail of soot leading to the kitchen window, locked from the inside. The same black smear was on the counter, shaped vaguely like a palm, with the middle finger dragging longer than the others, as if it didn't like how it felt on my surfaces. I cleaned it, but the scent lingered, burnt metal and meat. My cat hasn't come back. Last night, I thought I saw it. Just outside my neighbor's porch light. A tall, crooked silhouette, too many joints in its arms, neck tilted like it didn't understand how to hold a head up. It wasn't looking at me. Not yet. But it turned when the wind shifted, like it caught a scent. My scent. I dropped to the floor and crawled behind the couch like a coward. I heard something shuffle past my door. Slow. Sniffing. I haven't left the house since. I boarded the windows. Locked the doors. Smashed the mirrors. I thought maybe I could hide long enough for it to forget me. But that was foolish. This morning, my laptop turned itself on. The screen was black, but text began to type on its own, as if by unseen fingers. You looked at it. It looked back. Then a photo loaded. My face. Taken from outside the window, from a height far taller than any man could reach. I screamed. Tore the battery out. But I know now it's too late. It has my face. It knows me. And tonight, I think it will try to wear it. There's something knocking now. Not at the door. On the ceiling. The attic. I don't have a ladder. I don't need one. I can hear it breathing through the vent. Practicing. I think it wants to try my voice next. If you ever see that road, don't turn. Don't look. Don't breathe. Whatever lives in that wrong place behind the fog doesn't want to be seen. Because if you see it, it sees you. And if it sees you long enough, it learns how to wear you. And once it does, no one around you will notice the difference, at first. That's the worst part. The imitation is flawless. It learns not only how you walk and speak, but how you blink, how you sigh, how your bones shift when you reach for a glass. It knows your humor, your guilt, your tired silences. It becomes you so convincingly that even your closest loved ones won't know you're gone. They won't notice when the smile you give them lingers half a second too long, or when your eyes stop reflecting like the way they used to. They won't flinch when you stand too close, when your voice loses all warmth behind practiced tones. They'll let the imitation in, let it sit across the dinner table, sleep in your bed. And all the while, they'll think it's still you. But it's not. And by the time they feel something is off, it's too late for them too. I know this because I've seen it happen. Yesterday, I saw myself walking down the street. I know how that sounds, but listen. I was in the back seat of an Uber, panicked, trying to put distance between me and the thing in my attic. I hadn't slept. My eyes were red and swollen, my voice hoarse. And then I saw me. Across the street. Standing tall, shoulders relaxed, carrying my usual tote bag. It was waving at my neighbor, smiling. She smiled back. She didn't even hesitate. I screamed for the driver to stop, but by the time I got out, I was gone. I ran up to the neighbor, trembling, asking if she'd seen the person I was yelling about. She laughed. Said, "You just waved at me, remember? You said you were headed to the store." She touched my arm gently and added, "Are you okay? You look pale." I looked at her and didn't know how to answer. Because how do you tell someone that you saw your stolen skin casually walking around in daylight? That night, I didn't go home. I stayed in a 24-hour diner, sitting in a booth by the window, staring at my reflection in the glass, terrified it might blink before I do. But even that wasn't safe. Around 3 a.m., the waitress brought me coffee. She looked tired, but something about her eyes didn't sit right. They were too wide. She leaned in too close and whispered, "You shouldn't have looked. Now it knows how to be better than you do." I stumbled back, nearly knocking over the table. She didn't react. Just walked back to the counter and continued wiping it down as if nothing happened. But I know what I heard. And I know it wasn't her voice. It was mine. It said that in my voice. "I don't know how much longer I have. I'm starting to forget things, important things. My childhood. My father's voice. What my handwriting used to look like. I keep catching myself in the mirror, studying my own face like it's unfamiliar. I talk to myself just to hear the sound of it, to remind myself that I'm still here. Still me." But last night, I recorded myself sleeping. I left the phone on the nightstand and set it to record audio all night. There are hours of silence. Then, around 3:12 a.m., something speaks. Not in my voice. Not quite. It says, "Almost done. Just one more night." Then a scrape. The sound of something climbing into the bed. Breathing slow. Shallow. And a whisper. "Thank you for showing me." I deleted the recording. Threw the phone in the garbage outside. But it doesn't matter. I can feel it now, like it's under my skin. Like we're overlapping, layer by layer. My face still looks like mine, but I know that's not going to last. I'm just the scaffolding now. The model it built on. If you're reading this, I need you to understand one thing: you don't get to fight this. You don't get to run. You just have to avoid the spark, the moment of recognition. Don't look into shadows you don't remember walking past. Don't stare at reflections too long. Don't answer when someone calls your name in a voice you can't quite place. And above all else, never let it learn your face.